welcome back to another video. I'm not in my normal filming space because this big laptop would not fit there, but I see people reacting to fake service dogs, and I thought I would do my version. I thought it would be interesting coming from me because I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, so I thought that would be interesting. I have my screen recorder on. It's the first time I've used it, so I'm really hoping that it oh crap, and I paused it again. Ooh. Okay, works. I can't push my space bar because it pauses the screen, so I'm trying to remember. I always push it to pause my videos, so I'm trying to remember, don't push the space bar, use the mouse. But I've never used it, so I hope it records right. I hope I don't have to film this whole entire video all over again, but we'll see. I've never used the screen recorder. So let's get to the video. So first of all, you obviously couldn't see anything in that last clip.
Where is she?
Where is
Not
she?
a service
Let's
dog.
hunt out a fake service dog so our dog can get attacked. Why don't we?
Service dog.
His dog was not him. Just
Not a
putting it out
service
there.
dog. Not a service dog at all.
Yes, the dog lunged.
Service
It
dog.
could be in training, and the handler should have corrected
Not
that.
a service dog.
She should have had treats and told it where to be, rather than just pulling it around like that. That is awful.
Oh boy, I'm gonna make you famous, Pooch. I'm gonna put you all over the
But
internet.
then again, he's standing there putting his dog at risk. No comment on this one, and I haven't watched it at all, by the way, because I wanted you guys to have my first reaction. No comment. I don't know where they're at. For all I know, that could be a vet's office. Like, I don't know. Can't really be like, that's not a service dog. It could be in a pet-friendly place, and I might not even know. So. Oh, window. I know those tables.
Keeps going over those people.
That dog is literally not doing anything.
It's not a service animal.
It's
Is that a service animal?
standing there.
No, it's not. A service animal don't walk up to people.
Except when
You're
they're in
wrong.
training.
I'm an ADA advocate.
When a dog
I'm
is
an
in
ADA
training,
advocate.
they
I
walk
can
up to
spot
person.
fake
I know dogs
service
do it.
animals.
They all make mistakes.
Service animals will not walk up to people.
And look at all the people around him that he's not even bothered by.
I document everything. That is not a service animal.
I think it's a matter of interpretation. When I lost my husband,
See what this dog is doing?
my best buddy.
But you see, so that's an emotional support animal.
No,
He
that's
is
not.
an emotional support.
No, that's not a
Support
service
animal
animal. So
are
now
not
I
allowed
won't be
in
like,
stores.
okay.
Per the law.
She admitted it was an
Well, I'm sure
ESA.
that's very true, sir, and that's why I use good judgment. This isn't a dog I normally take in places like this.
So you would know that
And I
it's
would-
not allowed in a store then.
I know
You can't claim it's a service animal because you just said it's your companion.
they don't ask. And I was.
Well, they're
would
supposed
you
to
rather
ask.
I had left him in the car to come
Would
in
rather
and get
you have
his
it
dog
stay-
food tonight?
I'd rather you stayed at home, him at home. Because this right here, you claiming it's a service animal,
I
you
am
know.
not claiming he's a service
I
animal.
asked you and you said it was.
Honey, you're yelling
I have-
from
I
over
have it on
there.
tape.
I couldn't hardly even hear
I
you.
have it on tape, ma'am. And you should know that animals
You know
are
what?
not allowed in
There's money
stores.
every crowd. There's money every crowd.
That is you. You know you can be charged with a crime now because you're stating that that animal is a service animal?
I said he is my service animal.
That's
I
correct.
lost my husband. He is my emotional support.
And emotional support animals under the law
and
is not allowed in the
I
stores.
was not going to lock him in my car while I came to get his
Then
dog
you
food.
should have left it at home.
But I wasn't at home when I came. I was a long ways from home.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's
I use good judgment.
good judgment, then leave the dog at home.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. So I realized that with that audio and this audio and the screen recording, it's going to be really annoying to hear me talk over it. So I decided I'd actually pause it before I responded. So sorry for the first part of this clip. I'm new to screen recordings. But she did admit it was an ESA. So in that case, yeah, it's obviously not a service animal. She admitted it. She said he was her service animal, but then she said it was her ESA, so she thinks an ESA is a service animal. But there is a cashier right there. He should have brought it up with the cashier too and been like, hey, she admitted her dog's an ESA, which is not a service animal. And that way the cashier would, also be. And she was also like, well, they don't ask. It doesn't matter if they ask or not. The law is the law. Just because someone doesn't have to tell you, oh, you can't steal, it's bad, doesn't mean that you should go steal things, because no one says that every time you walk into a store. Like, just because someone doesn't ask you the questions doesn't mean that it makes it okay or right. So I decided to pause it here because I don't want the screen to be over that. So I realized that was going to get really annoying. So sorry for the first few minutes of this video. It's probably going to be annoying.
Leave the dog at home. A service animal?
Yes, it is.
What's it been trained to do?
Huh?
What's it been trained to do?
It's training for my daughter.
Training for your daughter?
Yeah.
You do know that's a felony to have that on there like that, right?
What do you mean?
There's a new law that's been passed. That's a felony to have it on there like
What?
that.
Oh, it's a harness?
Yes, that's a felony.
Dwayne hasn't said nothing to me.
Who's Dwayne?
He's an officer.
Here?
Yeah, here in Kingman.
What's his name?
Just Dwayne. That's
Okay,
all I
well
know.
that's a felony and service animals don't jump everywhere. So,
He's still in training though.
What's he in training for?
He's training to be staying with my daughter.
right, but you gotta specify what it's for though.
He's with her seizures and she has a
No.
disability.
A company,
Okay. Do you have a problem? Do you have a big problem with
I
this?
do actually because
Okay.
there's
I'm
people
leaving
who's,
the store and you can have the store, okay? Goodbye. Unless you're my
service animals don't do that.
Well, unless you're my boss and you can tell me what to do.
Gina's on, please, Gina.
So, I think I saw that one on someone else's video. I think I may have clicked on the same video that she did on accident. I just clicked on the first thing I saw. So, sorry if I'm kind of copying your video there. But, I saw that on someone else's video, and the thing about that dog is, it could have been in training. She said it was in training. Most fake owners won't say they're in training. I agree she should have leash treats, and I agree most service dogs aren't on flexi leashes because of the fact that they're just not safe. I know some handlers do use them because they're more comfortable for, like, if they have arthritis in their hands, they're easier to hold. But most don't have their dog on a flexi leash. And I honestly think the dog could have been in training. I have no proof that says the dog wasn't in training. Do you think my dog was perfect? Yes, she dragged it out of the store, and yes, that was wrong. But if I got confronted when Patches was newly in training, I would have done the same thing just because I'd be freaking out. I couldn't treat. I would just be so stressed about the fact that that happened. And then he was trying to say her harness was illegal. That was kind of interesting. Like, no, the harness is not illegal. I agree she should have had treats and handled the situation a little better, but she did say it was in training, and she did actually say some things it would be doing, that her daughter had seizures, and most fake handlers don't think that far, so I don't know on that one. Wait, let me read this. I can't read it that fast. I hope I haven't been pushing the pause. I'm gonna check and make sure this is still going. Oh, okay, it was. Okay. So I'm just gonna read this out loud. I stopped at, oops. Darn it, nothing's in the way now. Okay, I'm gonna read it like this because I think I'll like messed up right now. Okay, I stopped to talk to this lady because the dog was very well behaved. Unlike the fake service dogs I see all the time barking at my working service dog. That's what it says. Then with further conversation, I found out it was a therapy animal, being passed off as a service dog. I educated her that doing so is breaking the law and that the dog shouldn't be in the basket anyways. Okay, that's what it says. Oh, there's more. Oh crap. It goes so fast. I hate it when people put the text on so fast I can't read it. She was very polite, so I informed best as I could with my anxiety in this situation and anger from her responses. Just in case she was really unaware of the laws and the difference. Okay, well, I'll respond to that little clip then, I guess. A service dog should not be in a basket, whether it's real, fake, therapy, whatever, should not be in a basket. That's gross, incredibly gross. My dog's extremely groomed. He's very well kept up with his grooming needs. I would not put my own dog in a basket. I sure don't want someone else's dog in a basket. And I sure don't want to set my food unknowingly where someone else's dog's butt sat. Like, ew, 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 ew. Not to mention some people are allergic to dogs. Like, yeah, that's not a reason to deny a service dog, but we do our best to make sure we respect that. We don't put them on furniture. We don't, if someone's allergic, we try and stay as far away from them as possible. Sometimes that's not possible, like on a bus, but we try our best to stay at our distance. Like, there's also people with, you know, what if a child got put in that car and, you know, was extremely allergic to dogs and, you know, there was a dog there and so danger's all over it. Like, my dog's hypoallergenic, which that's a whole nother video. I know people that still get sneezes around him, so who knows. But even I wouldn't put him in a cart. Like, it's just gross, it's impolite, it's not thinking. I do like that she educated the therapy dog, and the therapy dog was probably an ESA. Ugh, people mix those two up all the time. ESAs get mixed up with service dogs and therapy dogs, as you'll see. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I made a video about ESAs and service dogs. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, let's get to number 6. I think this is the same video someone else did, so sorry, but I've already started this and I didn't watch this video first because I wanted my genuine first reactions.
I have no clue. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize there was a little... Oh my gosh. I literally heard the dog barking and still didn't even realize there was a dog in here. There's a dog? Yeah, there's a little dog in that guy's lap back there.
Wait a second, get back. There is a dog on a harness. Service. Okay, that is...
Okay, be mad. Get mad.
It's not a service. It is! Come here.
It is!
Yeah. Hi, Cloud. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, now you finally lay down. Alright. I'm about to walk past it. I know Cloud's gonna react. Cloud. Cloud. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Come here.
I like how she doesn't know how her dog's gonna react, yet she's calling a dog who is reacting fake. Like, really? And it could be a pet-friendly mall. I actually recently found out that my mall's pet-friendly, which I did not know it was. I didn't think it was, because they have a food court, and there's laws about having dogs around food. So it was really shocked me when I found out that the mall closest to me is pet-friendly. I did not know that. I was always, like, wondering why there were always pets there. Now I know. Which actually people don't bring pets too often. I don't think people know that it's a pet mall. But, so, it could be a pet mall. And then also, I mean, the thing about that one is the handler, if it is a real service dog, should have been having treats and treating the dog, you know, because some dogs do whine at other dogs and are still learning not to bark and whine at other dogs. Some service dogs have to learn that. I'm thankful Patches never did. He does bark at dogs at the park, but he knows that's his playtime, and that's the only time he gets to bark is when he's off-leash playing, because he does play bark, as a lot of doodles and poodles do. But that's the only place he does, and he knows that's the only place he's allowed to bark at other dogs. So I'm really thankful for that. But yeah, so there I'm kind of on the defense, because it's like if it isn't a training dog, then obviously she should have had treats, and obviously she should have been you know, focusing the dog, not letting the dog walk up to their dogs like she was gonna let it at first. It did sit, even though it was whining. At least it did sit. So I'm kind of in between on this one. Like, it's not even the dog's behavior; it's more of like the handler should have been treating, and getting the dog.
Why'd you do a food?
We'll do it over here.
I literally had to bite my tongue not to say anything there. Oh my gosh. That dog, what? I just need a minute. That dog literally sniffed the ground once. When the girl came over, it sat. It was clearly in training because it sat. It didn't try and get to her. It looked at her at first. It kind of wagged his tail, but then he sat right away. So he knew that he wasn't supposed to get to her. My dog's not perfect. Trust me. My state allows a service dog training. And there was a time where a worker would come over and he'd kind of wag his tail, but then he'd sit because he knew that's what he was supposed to do. Literally nothing there screams fake. It sniffed the ground once, but it looked up right away. The first time my dog was in a store, he sniffed the ground once or twice, you know, where I had to remind him to watch me and that wasn't allowed. There is literally nothing there that says, oh, fake service dog. And that pisses me off. I cannot stand people calling out dogs who don't even deserve to be called out because they made a mistake. That's literally the reason I was terrified to train Patches at first, and then I realized I don't really care what people think, was because they make mistakes. I mean, when you're working a 6-month-old puppy, they're going to make a mistake here and there. They're not perfect. They're going to try and go see someone. You know, they're going to lose track for a second. I mean, they're going to step out of heel for a minute. And it's funny because in the community, when their dogs make a mistake, they're always like, oh, my dog made a mistake. But then when someone else does it, they're like, oh, let's record and blast them online. Just can't stand it. Okay, next. Another cart one. Okay, I think I'll just stop this one here because it's all quiet when we get the picture here. I'll probably finish it, but I'm going to respond to it first. First I thought he was trying to alert or respond or something because he was kind of jumping up, but no, you do not let your dog, service dog or not, run all over the place. I mean, I was kind of thinking in my head, well, maybe he's trying to get help, but the handler is clearly filming, so he's clearly not unconscious. Like, it's not someone else filming, it's clear. Oh, wait, it might have been. He's running to everyone. So even that I don't know, I guess. Like, the dog could either be trying to get help, I don't know, because I don't know if that's the handler filming or not. Actually, it's probably not, because it's in a fake service dog thing, so now I'm thinking maybe it's not the handler filming. So that's what I'm on the fence about, because I don't know if he's trying to get help. Like, most fakes, they don't just let them run all around. Fakes, real service dogs, whatever, they don't normally let them run around unless they're tasking. So even that I don't really know. Like, he could be trying to get help. If he's not, then he clearly should not be off leash and running around the store. or it looks like a doctor's office. I don't know who would let their dog do that unless they were tasking. So again, I'm kind of like, I don't know on this one. I don't want to call it fake because I don't know. I don't see the handler. What if he's on the ground unconscious and someone sees him run over and they're like, oh, fake service dog, let me film. Like, what if that happened to you? Your dog's responding to a medical emergency. People already don't know to follow service dogs, so I kind of understand that. Like, do you know the situation in which this happened in the context? Because I don't. I mean, if you do, you can leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. But because I can't think of why anyone, even if it was a fake, would just let their dog run around the store, like, or the office. So I'm kind of thinking, well, what if it's tasking? You don't know, do you? I don't. Okay, let's play. I'm gonna try and skip it maybe a little bit. Oh, it's almost over. Just finish it out.
This is the part that does not allow pets. Leave it. We put the water back in the water bottle. Okay. Leave it. Excuse me? Is that dog a service dog in training?
Yes.
What is she being trained to do? No. Only service dogs or service dogs in training are allowed in the park. If you're training her to do the good canine ship thing, yeah, then you can't really be in a place that doesn't allow pets. Yeah.
I need to replay that last part. K9. Replay it.
Training are allowed in the park. If you're training her to do the good canine ship thing, yeah, then you can't really be in a place that doesn't allow pets. You know, because so if she's not in training, then you can't be in here with her.
I just said to
What's she training to do, though?
I have the right to just tell you she's a service. I don't have to give any.
You can ask two questions. Is that a service dog, and what is the dog trained to do?
Well, she's getting her citizenship right now, so she's not service dog completely yet.
Come here.
First of all, it's the Canine Good Citizenship. Like, even the handler did not know the name of it, the citizenship thing or whatever. Second of all, service dogs don't legally have to have it in the U.S. It's totally voluntary. If you want it, you can get it. If you don't have to get it. So neither one of them really knew the law. She was kind of saying like that she had to have it, I feel like no. Second of all, you had to choke your dog so your dog wouldn't bark or try and get to the other dog. So who are you to say, oh, that's a fake service dog, he's trying to get to mine, when you're literally choking your dog to keep him next to you on a very tight leash with a choke chain. I don't know why I agreed to this video. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. It's a park, maybe it really is a no pet park. I've never heard of that in my life, a no pet park at all. Yeah, not an actual park, like, you know, I know apartment buildings, it's like they have pet areas and stuff, but I've never heard of like a park being like totally off limits to dogs. And then you also put your dog in danger because you got close to her to talk to her while a dog's barking at yours. Like, that's also putting your dog in danger on a strange dog. I don't really like to walk patches past real service dogs just because you never know. I mean, you don't know the handlers, you don't know the dogs. I think you're going to say the same. So yeah, so that's what I think about that. So let's go on to the next one.
Can you pet your dog? What tasks does he perform? What tasks or tasks does he perform?
Just to make people happy.
So like emotional support animal?
That's all it is. Makes you happy.
So he's not a service dog.
He kind of is, but we got that just for getting on the store, so yeah.
You know that's illegal. I have a service dog at home, and it's illegal to bring pets in labels.
Well, that's nice.
Break federal law.
Okay, this is the one another YouTube posted, so I'm sorry. I did not realize that. Again, I didn't watch it because I wanted my authentic reactions. So now I'm realizing some of these clips are from hers, so I'm sorry. Service dog to come, or no, she changed her name to, I'll leave it in the description. She changed her name to Rosie K9. I cannot remember, so it'll be in the description below. But yeah, he admitted it was an ESA, so it's obviously a fake service dog. Like, people who admit it, I'm like, okay, they admitted it. Second of all, it's in a cart. Third of all, he said he got a vest to take it into stores. A vest does not equal service dog. It does not equal stores. Even a real service dog doesn't need a vest, like, legally. So a vest does not mean you can just take it into stores. It just means you might get asked questions because store employees are uneducated. But he admitted he got a vest just to take it into stores. So that's messed up. So let's continue.
Turn. Come. The service dog does not act like that. Good boy. Okay, good job. Good job. How can you jump? You're scared. Yeah. Babe, there's a fake service dog in here. Yeah, really bad. Come on. Not good.
Okay, this one, that would be scary. That dog was clear, like the bark, I couldn't see the dog obviously, but the bark definitely sounded aggressive. And so that would be scary. And I'm really glad that she got out of there rather than confronting her. Like, she, you know, made the remark of a service dog does not behave like that, and then she went the other way with her dog. So I'm really happy with how she handled the situation. That I couldn't see the body language, but that did not sound like a playful bark. Like, a playful bark and a aggressive bark are two completely different things. You can kind of tell the difference. So that was horrible. That one was really bad.
It would almost give me a heart attack. You just come around the corner and it barks really loud.
I know the feeling. Oh. Maybe that's the aggressive one. I was thinking that one was behaving really good. Well, now I'm back at the same place I always am. Like, the bark definitely sounded aggressive, but now the dog's just sitting there, so maybe, you know, it's still learning not to bark at dogs, and the owner just or the handler just needed time to refocus it. I don't know, because it's just sitting there now. Like, her dog's right there, and it's just sitting there. And if you're so worried about it and so scared about it barking, then you get out of the store. You say, especially since she was with someone, so she had an option to be like, hey, you pay for this, I'm gonna leave with my dog. You know, like, she had an option that she didn't have to stay there. Like, if you definitely have the option, then you just, you know, get out of there. And then report the dog to someone if the dog's that aggressive. So I'm back to the same place I always am.
Look how good Colt is. He doesn't even care. It's like, whatever. Maybe jump on my skin or shake me like that.
See, the other dog's acting like he doesn't care about her dog at all. So I think maybe he was just startled and barked once or twice, and then once the handler refocused, he was like, okay, it's fine. Maybe he was attacked too. Attack dogs often, if they can work again, often will do the same thing where they'll bark because they're startled, but then all it takes is some refocusing and they're like, okay, I got this. Because now he's acting like he doesn't care at all, and she's right there with her dog. Like, that's not a far distance. Okay. Oh, this is the same one. That's it. I don't know, because then she said a real service dog handler, so maybe she wasn't calling that one fake. I'm kind of confused. Some of these are confusing because you can't really tell what they're talking about when they mix them up like that. So, but this is a fake service dog thing, so I feel like that is the dog she was calling fake. Yeah, because she said he's really big and behaves really bad or something like that. So, I don't know. Okay, but then... It's gonna make me dizzy. Okay. So, okay. I just realized I was on deck through the German Husky thing too. I didn't even know that. I literally just looked up fake service dog. Kind of the word it starts to say.